Have you ever noticed your furry friend suddenly trembling, hiding under the bed, or barking nonstop? Those aren't just random behaviors, they're your dog's way of talking to you. Today, we're diving into 7 key signs that your dog is feeling scared or stressed, and trust me, you'll want to know these to help your pup feel safe and loved. Dogs can't speak, but they communicate through their actions, and understanding these signals will make you the best pet parent ever. Stick around to learn how to spot these signs and what you can do to help. And if you love learning about your dog, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. Let's get started. So what exactly is stress in dogs? Just like us, dogs can feel afraid or anxious when something in their world feels overwhelming. Think about loud noises like fireworks, a trip to the vet, meeting a stranger, or even being left alone for too long. These can all trigger stress in your pup. And here's why this matters. If we don't recognize when our dogs are scared, they might become aggressive, get sick, or even lose trust in us. But don't worry. By learning to spot these signs, you can step in and make your dog feel secure again. In just a moment, we'll go through 7 clear behaviors that scream, "I'm scared," and you might be surprised by some of them. Sign 1. Trembling or shaking. First up, trembling or shaking. If your dog is shivering like they're cold, but the room is warm, they're likely scared. This is their body's natural reaction to fear, triggered by things like loud thunder, fireworks, or meeting a stranger. For example, my friend's dog shakes uncontrollably during storms, curling up in a corner. To spot this, look for trembling paired with tucked ears, wide eyes, or a hunched posture. These are clear signs your pup is saying, "I'm not okay." Trembling often happens when dogs feel threatened or overwhelmed, and it's their way of coping with stress. Ignoring it could make their fear worse, so pay attention. If your dog shakes without a physical reason, like being wet or cold, it's a red flag they're scared. Understanding this sign helps you step in and comfort them before their anxiety escalates further. Sign 2. Hiding or avoiding. Next, hiding or avoiding. When your dog darts under the couch, slips behind a chair, or tucks themselves into a corner, they're trying to escape something scary. This could happen when a guest arrives, or you pull out their leash for a vet visit. For instance, my neighbor's dog hides every time the vacuum cleaner turns on. Look for signs like avoiding eye contact, refusing to come when called, or staying out of sight. These mean your dog is saying, "I'm too scared to face this." Hiding is their way of seeking safety when the world feels overwhelming. It's not just shyness, it's a sign of stress that needs your attention. If your dog suddenly starts avoiding you or their favorite spots, something's making them anxious. Recognizing this behavior lets you identify the trigger and help them feel secure again, strengthening your bond. Sign 3. Excessive barking or whining. Number 3 is excessive barking or whining. If your dog barks nonstop or lets out high-pitched whines, it's often a cry for help, not just random noise. This might happen when they hear the doorbell, sense a stranger, or feel anxious alone at home. For example, my cousin's dog whines loudly when left in a crate. If their barking or whining comes with a lowered tail, tense body, or pacing, they're stressed and begging for comfort. This behavior shows they're overwhelmed and trying to communicate their fear. Ignoring it could make them more anxious or even aggressive. To spot this, notice if the barking feels frantic or the whining is unusual for their personality. It's their way of saying, "I need help." Understanding this sign lets you address the root cause, like a loud noise or separation anxiety, and reassure your pup they're safe. Sign 4. Tucked ears or tucked tail. Sign number 4. Tucked ears or a tucked tail. When your dog's ears are pinned flat against their head or their tail is clamped tightly between their legs, they're feeling insecure or scared. Picture your pup at the vet, ears down and tail tucked, looking uneasy. This is a stark contrast to their usual perky ears or wagging tail, making it a clear sign of fear. For instance, my dog tucks her tail when she meets a bigger dog at the park. These signals show your dog is trying to appear smaller to avoid a threat. If you see this, they're saying, "I don't feel safe." It's crucial to notice these changes in body language, as they're direct indicators of stress. By recognizing tucked ears or a tucked tail, you can step in with comfort or remove them from the scary situation, helping them regain confidence. Sign 5. Yawning or lip licking. Here's a subtle one. Yawning or lip licking. These might look like your dog is tired or hungry, but they're often sneaky stress signals. If your dog yawns repeatedly during a photo session or licks their lips when meeting another dog, they're feeling uneasy. For example, my friend's dog yawns constantly when kids get too close. These behaviors are your dog's way of calming themselves when they're nervous, saying, "I'm not comfortable." Unlike normal yawning after a nap, stress yawns are quick and frequent, often paired with tense eyes or a stiff body. Lip licking without food nearby is another clue. To catch this, watch for these actions in situations that aren't relaxing. Recognizing these subtle signs helps you understand your dog's emotions better. By addressing their discomfort early, you can prevent their stress from escalating and make them feel secure in tough moments. Sign 6. Panting or drooling. Number 6 is panting or drooling. If your dog is breathing heavily or drooling excessively without being hot, exercised, or near food, they're likely in panic mode. For instance, some dogs pant frantically in the car, even with the air conditioning on full blast. This happened with my sister's dog during a road trip. She drooled buckets despite being cool. These are big red flags your dog is scared and overwhelmed, saying, "I can't handle this." Panting from stress is faster and shallower than normal, and drooling can soak their fur without a clear cause. To spot this, rule out physical reasons like heat or thirst. If their panting or drooling pairs with wide eyes or trembling, it's a sure sign of fear. Recognizing this lets you act fast, whether by calming them or removing them from the stressful situation, helping them feel safe again. Sign 7. Low posture or slow movement. Finally, a low posture or slow movement. When your dog crouches close to the ground or moves as if in slow motion, they're trying to avoid danger. Imagine your pup crawling low when meeting a bigger dog or slinking away from a loud stranger at the park. This happened with my dog when a skateboarder zoomed by. She hunched down and barely moved. Unlike their usual bouncy energy, this sluggish behavior screams, "I'm scared and I don't feel safe." A low posture makes them appear smaller, a defense against perceived threats. To spot this, compare it to their normal playful stride. If your dog suddenly acts like they're tiptoeing through a minefield, something's spooking them. Recognizing this sign lets you intervene, maybe by gently reassuring them or steering clear of the trigger. This understanding strengthens your bond, showing your dog they can trust you to keep them safe. Those are the 7 signs your dog is feeling scared. Pretty eye-opening, right? But don't worry, next, I'll share some simple ways to help your pup feel calm and secure again. First, try to figure out what's triggering their fear. Is it a loud noise, a new person, or maybe a change in their routine? Once you know the cause, you can take action. Create a safe space for them, like a cozy corner with their favorite blanket and toys where they can retreat. You can also distract them with a fun game or a tasty treat to shift their focus away from the fear. For example, tossing their favorite ball during a thunderstorm can work wonders. And if the stress doesn't go away or seems severe, don't hesitate to talk to a vet or a dog trainer for expert advice. By being patient and supportive, you'll help your dog feel like they can conquer anything with you by their side. And there you have it, the 7 signs your dog is trying to say, "I'm scared." From trembling to hiding to barking, knowing these behaviors will help you understand your pup better and strengthen your bond. Has your dog ever shown any of these signs? Drop a comment below and share their story. I'd love to hear it. If you found this video helpful, give it a big thumbs up, hit subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss our tips for keeping your dog happy and healthy. Up next, we're diving into how to make your dog the happiest pup on the block, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.